If you're loving this podcast, be sure to check out the full lineup. From news and local politics to sports and true crime. Find your next great listen right now at duluthnewstribune.com/podcasts. That's duluthnewstribune.com/podcasts.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Friday, January 13th. I'm Wyatt Buckner with your Duluth News Tribune Minute, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
It's Friday, and if you're looking for ideas for fun things to do this weekend, Duluth News Tribune arts and entertainment reporter Jay Gabler has some options in this week's Best Bets.
Well, we're in the dead of winter, but there are signs of spring, believe it or not. Duluth Homegrown is coming up this spring, and if you want a preview, if you want to get a few steps in early walking around Lincoln Park listening to live local bands, you have that opportunity tonight. It's the annual Homegrown Winter Fiasco, a sort of mini music festival taking place at 5 venues in Lincoln Park, where a total of 15 artists will perform. Then tomorrow at UMD, there's going to be a special encore presentation of a play whose name we perhaps won't say in this family podcast, but let's just say it's a sort of adaptation of Anton Chekhov's The Seagull. UMD Theater artists performed it last fall, and now they are taking it to Des Moines for the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival Regional. It's quite an honor for them, and they're looking forward to competing with this play. But first, they're going to have an encore performance on Saturday night to raise money for the trip to Des Moines. And then Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and the Duluth NAACP, along with other local organizations, is hosting a series of Monday events reflecting the ongoing fight to, in the words of Dr. King, keep moving forward. There's going to be a community breakfast at First United Methodist Church, followed by a march from the Washington Center Gym to the Duluth Entertainment Convention Center, aka the DEC, where St. Mark AME Church pastor Anthony Galloway will offer a keynote presentation. For more on these and other best bets for the week, check out duluthnewstribune.com. I'm Jay Gabler.
Now, here's a look at today's headlines. Former state legislator Roger Reinert announced his plans to run for mayor Thursday morning at a news conference held at the Piedmont Heights Community Club. He enters the race as a challenger to Mayor Emily Larson, who announced in December she will seek a third term. Duluth elected Larson as its first woman mayor in 2015. Reinert remains a well-known local political figure in his own right. In 2004, he was elected to the Duluth City Council, where he served 5 years, including 2 stints as council president. In 2008, Reinert successfully ran for Duluth's then District 7B seat, representing Western Duluth in the Minnesota House of Representatives. 2 years later, he was elected to the Minnesota Senate after incumbent Senator Yvonne Pretner-Solon agreed to serve as Governor Mark Dayton's running mate, winning the lieutenant governor's seat. Reinert was re-elected to a second term and served a total of 8 years in the Senate before deciding to step away from politics as he pursued a law degree. His prospective re-entry into politics sets up an interesting battle between 2 established DFL candidates who have both enjoyed support from their party in the past. Reinert said he will actively seek the DFL endorsement, but intends to remain in the race with or without it. He described himself as more of a centrist or business Democrat. Reinert said he looks forward to a lively but respectful race, noting that Duluth hasn't seen a genuinely competitive political contest for mayor since Don Ness defeated Charlie Bell in 2007. He said that was the last time more than 50% of voters showed up at the polls for a mayor's race. The Minnesota Senate passed a bill to extend unemployment benefits to laid-off miners. Approved in a bipartisan 56-10 vote Thursday afternoon, the bill is designed to give an additional 6 months of unemployment to workers affected by Cleveland Cliffs' decision to idle its North Shore mining mine and Babbitt and pellet plant in Silver Bay amid a royalties dispute, and as the use of scrap metal and electric arc furnaces reduce the need for its pellets. More than 400 of North Shore's 580 employees are laid off, but those collecting unemployment exhausted the benefits in November after 26 weeks. The bill, sponsored by Senator Grant Hochschild, a Democrat from Hermantown, would give the miners another 26 weeks of unemployment benefits, retroactively applied to when they ran out, and it would support them through the earliest possible reopening date. Cliffs has said North Shore will remain closed until at least April. It must still be approved by the House before it reaches the governor's desk, but it has been moving quickly through the legislature, which is only in its second week of the session. Its $10.3 million cost would be paid using the state's $1.7 billion unemployment insurance trust fund, and that gave several Republican lawmakers pause earlier this week, prompting Hochschild to change the bill, MinnPost reported Thursday. The bill didn't originally change Cliff's experience rating, which is used to determine how much a company should pay in unemployment taxes. On the Senate floor Thursday, Hochschild said he reached an agreement to change Cliff's tax rate. It is unclear how much Cliff's tax rate will change. Minnesota lawmakers are considering legislation to designate Juneteenth, the celebration of the end of slavery in the United States, as a state holiday. Juneteenth has been recognized as a federal holiday since 2021, but less than half of the states have moved to do the same. While Minnesota has symbolically recognized Juneteenth in the past, a bill authored by Senator Bobby Joe Champion, a Democrat from Minneapolis, would cement it as an officially paid holiday for state employees. During a Senate State and Local Government Committee hearing Thursday, Champion said recognizing Juneteenth is a step toward the U.S. recognizing its foundational promises. Juneteenth commemorates June 19, 1865, the day Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced that 250,000 slaves in the state were free. President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation more than 2 years before, but Texas was among the last Confederate territories to be brought under control by federal forces. Texas has observed Juneteenth since 1980, though in recent years the holiday has become more prominent nationally. The federal government and several states moved to establish the holiday following the murder of George Floyd by Minneapolis police in 2020, which sparked a national reckoning on race and policing. President Joe Biden signed a bill to designate Juneteenth as a federal holiday in 2021, the first year the holiday was officially observed nationally in the U.S. All states and the District of Columbia have commemorated or recognized Juneteenth, though fewer than half recognize it as a holiday. 18 states observed Juneteenth as a paid holiday as of mid-2022. On a voice vote Thursday, the Senate State and Local Government Committee forwarded the Juneteenth bill to the Education Policy Committee. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought by the Women Today 6th Annual Rosie Awards.
Happy Friday, Duluth area. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy today, and there will be a rather light wind, so feeling okay with a high of 22. Winds are going to be switching from the south, and that is going to usher in warmer temperatures for the weekend. A few more clouds expected as well, mostly cloudy on Saturday. Temperatures topping out right around the freezing mark at 32 degrees. On Sunday, more in terms of cloud cover, but more in the temp department as well, up to 36. For MLK Day, we're looking at a chance for some snow showers developing later on in the day. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Jesse Ritka.
Thank you to the Rosie Awards for their support. Northland women are a driving force in our community. They are advocates, mentors, volunteers, and leaders. Nominate a special woman you think deserves to be recognized at thewomantoday.com or by email at dearrosie@thewomantoday.com. Nominations are now open and continue through January 31st. Reporting for today's episode was done by Peter Passy, Jimmy Lovren, and Alex DeRozier. Thank you for listening to Duluth News Tribune Minute. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.